Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this. Ta-da! Barbara is here. Leave the healing to me. I will not disappoint you. Hello! Everything's ready. Let's go! Let the magic begin!
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens, From that kingdom came a crowned heir, tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from the Kingdom of Darkness. The first crowned heir began her journey of seeking the pearl. But she was deceived, and the memory of her noble origins faded. She now believed that she was the queen of the Kingdom of Darkness. But take heart. A second crowned heir had already taken up the path where the first had stumbled. This is the story of your journey, of your tale to be told.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
Hey! Incoming! Let it rain!
Surrender and be gentle. Blitz! Don't be such a brute.
Cut to the chase! Get out of here! Everybody stand back! It's a miracle!
Come a little closer.
Out of the way! That's gonna hurt in the morning. That's cheating! Not so hard! Speed of light! Hey!
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Incoming! With sword comes shadow. No one escapes my sights. Don't blink! Off we go! Let's light it up! Go, go, Baron! Incoming!
Yeah.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Out of the way! Don't blink!
Wealth. Why settle for less than more?
I must leave no stone unturned. Yeah. Yeah.
Submit!
With the wind!
Let it rain!
As a dutiful maid would. I missed a spot. A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning. Such fair weather. Why don't we do a bit of sunny work? Oh, what sort of work is that, you ask? Well, anything that makes you feel bright and sunny, too. Ooh, wonderful. Leave it all to me.
A reward on the road.
No one escapes my sights!
Time to clean up. I must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs assistance. Yeah. I'll catch up.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
About those books in the restricted section that Lisa mentioned. Have you ever wondered what sort of books might be kept in there? Perhaps it contains books not suitable for children.
Huh? But the Boar Princess isn't in the restricted section. What could be more unsuitable for children than that? Paimon's curious. Mondstadt has so many windmills, doesn't it?
Well, the city is built above water, so it probably relies on the windmills to draw the water upwards.
That's correct. The winds blow through Mondstadt all year, so this supply of water is very stable. Also, the windmills are what they call visible winds, and wind chimes are called the audible winds. Paimon guesses they can be thought of as mascots and prayers to the animal Archon for protection.
Ah, mascots. So, like you then, Paimon.
No, not at all! They're made of wood, and you can't eat them in an emergency either, because all you'll do is grind your teeth down.
I don't know what to say to that. I've heard that if you give tavern owners a considerable tip, they'll be willing to give some information on the down low.
You mean the angel share? But Master D-Luke seems like a very rich man. How big a tip is considerable anyway?
Maybe I might have heard wrong. Or maybe I might have heard this rumor in another world.
You sure have been to many worlds, haven't you? Cider Lake never freezes, no matter what time of year it is. The best apple ciders in Mondstadt can only be made using the fresh water from this lake. It really does taste great. Paimon could drink 2 big bottles in a second.
Wow. With your size, I can't believe that you can drink that much liquid. And not explode like an animo slime.
Paimon has a special stomach just for tasty drinks.
A special stomach? I have so many questions about how this world works.
Mondstadt Gliding Champion. Yep, that's me. Gliding Champion. Remember that I don't go easy on anyone, even you. Baron Bunny, today is another squeaky clean day. I'm a pro at hunting, you know. How about I show you some of my skills? Or even better, how about a little competition? Look, there's a pigeon over there. I wish I could fly alongside them. The view from the cathedral's clock tower is amazing. You should check it out. Jean makes the most amazing cup of coffee. You'll have to try it sometime. I can handle anything and everything, as long as it isn't cold wolf hook juice. Ugh, yuck. Wow, this is delicious. You're an amazing cook. I wish I was as good at cooking as you. Ugh, I'm just not used to this taste. Sorry, nothing to do with you, of course.
In my job, I do the exact same things every day. A far cry from being a true knight, that's for sure. But ultimately, this is all part of my training. And when it comes to training, actions speak louder than words. I'm a bit useless in an argument because I can't really explain my reasoning clearly. People find that hard to understand. So instead, I try to just get on with my work in my own way. But then, they call me stubborn. All I try to do is convince people with results instead of trying to talk them round. Is that really stubborn of me? I am devoted to what I do, but make no mistake, I devote myself freely. A maid, to me, is the most liberating job there is. I'm a chef, a gardener, a warrior, a guide. I can be anything you need me to be. I actually really like the smell of wine. I'm just not of drinking age yet. There've been a few times when I could have had a little taste if I'd wanted, and no one would ever have known. But I resisted the temptation. I feel like the first time you try it is probably really magical, so I want to save it till I'm older. A maid is required to keep everyone's secrets. That's why my favorite flower is the rose. Here in Mondstadt, the rose represents the saying, "As wine bottles are corked, so too my lips are sealed." It reminds me to... What? Roses represent love in your hometown? I had no idea the rose held such a passionate meaning. How may I be of assistance? Oh, you just want to chat? Okay then. Well, if that's how I can help, then please feel free to chat as long as you'd like. My hobby? I really like washing all sorts of things. Clothes, floorboards, windows, you name it. Whenever I see something dirty, I just want to give it a good old clean. It gives me such a sense of achievement. Oh, you mean the things I do in my free time? Same answer. How to get more for your Mora? Last time I went all the way to Lille, I visited every single shop to compare prices, and then carried everything back myself. I won't be doing that again, though. I was on the road for so long that Jean was convinced I'd been gobbled up by storm terror along the way. My favorite is easily a satisfying salad. The best of Mondstadt's natural produce on one plate. Highly nutritious and a low calorie count. No, I never get sick of eating it. It's delicious. I've been eating it for 10 years now. I'm not a fussy eater, but I really don't like banquets. The reason being, as the maid, I'm expected to sample every single dish on the table to ensure its quality. With just one bite of each, of course, but it all adds up. Oh, the guilt. How can you make such a simple dish taste so good? My admiration towards you just keeps growing. This tastes wonderful. Would you mind teaching me how to make this? After all, it is my duty as a maid. This is more than I normally eat in a whole day.
If you feel strongly about something, you should speak up and take action. That's the philosophy I live by. My role is to manage real estate and construction in Liyue. Sure, Liyue is a vast place with abundant resources. But without proper planning, and if too much focus is placed on short-term profit, a great many things can go wrong. What do you think has kept Liyue going over the last millennium? Rex Lapis? I disagree. We mortals have to fight for survival whatever happens. He just feels the need to come down here and poke his nose into everything that's going on for some reason. People don't like to think about this, but should we really be trusting him to be an expert in everything? You know why I like you? It's because you don't believe something just because it was said by a god. You make up your own mind. You ask the questions everyone else is too cowardly to ask, and when you don't get an answer, you keep looking till you find one. Oh, don't worry. Your way is definitely the right way. Who says gods don't make mistakes anyway? In addition to my work with the Liyue Qixing, I do a lot of work for the public too. Mostly the feedback is positive, but whenever I propose something like adding an extra hour to the workday, I come up against very strong resistance. I'm too forward-thinking, I suppose. Maybe I should start with a half hour instead. I once heard a Mondstadt fable about courage being what it takes for birds to learn to fly. But I think you must first possess a yearning for the boundless skies before you would have any inclination, let alone the courage, to spread your wings and try to fly. For me, Liyue is that boundless sky. You want to know more about me? Sure. Let's start with the principles that are central to the role of Yuheng. Once you've memorized the 100 or more contractual obligations of the position, you'll know my hopes and dreams like the back of your hand. That indulgent feeling of being spoilt for choice between countless different varieties. That to me is the appeal of shopping. It's great that the quality of life in Liyue is improving for everyone. But one downside is the growing number of people who are happy to reap the rewards without doing their fair share of the work. The Liyue Qixing did not put in all this effort to create a more prosperous society just so people like them can loaf around. It makes no logical sense to be greedy with food. But for me, all rationality goes out the window when there's golden shrimp balls involved. They're just irresistible. The taste of a single golden shrimp ball brings me so much joy that all the stress of work just melts away. Everything has a certain way it should taste. I won't touch anything that tries to break the mold, so no salted almond tofu for me. And no sweetened lotus seed and bird egg soup either. It's just a total waste of perfectly good ingredients. Yep, that's right. My favorite. The taste is fairly standard, but I can see you worked hard at it. It, seems quite a ways off from how it's supposed to taste.